So, Minecraft Village and Pillage update came out about almost 6 years ago. And honestly, it's my favorite update in the game. It added so much stuff, changed the textures for almost every single item in the game. But there is one item that stands out above the rest in terms of that update. The Fletching Table. Now, the Fletching Table was one of the many workstations that allowed villagers to have jobs. Like, cauldrons are now the workstations for leather workers. Brewing stand is the working station for the cleric. And the lectern is the workstation for the librarian. And every single one of these workstations is functional to the player, except for the Fletching Table. And in today's video, I'm going to be discussing what would the Fletching Table be able to do if the player was able to interact with it. Now, in order to craft a Fletching Table, you need 4 planks of any kind and 2 flint. And Fletching Tables are actually really useful in terms of getting Fletchers, because Fletchers are arguably one of the best villager professions, because you can literally trade sticks for emeralds. So if we put a Fletching Table and a crafting table next to each other, and if we search up arrow in the creative inventory, you can see there's actually a bunch of them. Like, of course, we have normal arrows, then we have spectral arrows, and then arrows that give every single potion status effect you can get in the game. And the status effects don't really last very long, and not many people use these because of how expensive they can be. Yeah, a lingering potion surrounded by 8 arrows gives you an arrow of the lingering potion status effect that you put in the crafting. So if you put a lingering potion of swiftness, you get arrows of swiftness. But of course, not many people use these because you would have to damage yourself in order to be able to get the swiftness status effect. Now, there's actually another way you can get tipped arrows, and that is through the master trade of Fletchers. And once you reach the master trade, you can, as you can see, tipped arrows, but they're usually not ones that you would actually want. And that's where I think the Fletching Table should come in. I think you should be able to make all of these arrows through the Fletching Table, including the spectral arrow. But I think through the Fletching Table, you should be able to craft other types of arrows as well. So I'm thinking there should be a special category of arrows that can do weird and wacky stuff. Imagine on a Fletching Table is you have a prismarine shard and an arrow together in a Fletching Table interface. And I have no idea what the Fletching Table interface could look like. Maybe a furnace? Maybe that could be the next drop. Mojang doesn't normally watch my videos, but if one of the members is watching it, take notes. Because I think the Fletching Table could have massive combat potentials in survival Minecraft. Okay, to make what I'm explaining a bit more simpler, I've thrown up this graph, which basically says the name of the arrow, what ingredients is used with the arrow, and then its behavior. So I have the ricochet arrow, which is with an amethyst shard. Behavior will ricochet if shot at a solid block. Then we have the flaming arrow, which is with a fire charge, and lights enemies on fire if flame enchantment isn't in effect. Then next up is the aqua arrow. Behavior acts normally when shot underwater. Sonic arrow with an echo shard. Behavior can go through solid blocks. Bouncy arrow will bounce off of solid blocks. Explosive arrow will explode and destroy certain blocks on impact. Laser arrow will disobey the laws of gravity when shot. Soundproof arrow with wool, which will not trigger skulk sensors when it lands. Knotted arrow in the player's control when it hits a mob. Kind of because certain mobs can't be put on a lead. So I feel with a knotted arrow, that could be pretty handy. Ice arrow will freeze enemies in place. And then a teleport arrow can teleport the person that shot the arrow. So hopefully this will make sense to you guys that are watching. And if you guys have like any ideas or thoughts regarding this, then feel free to let me know in the comments, because I would be very curious to see other people's opinions on this. But anyways, that's going to be a wrap up for me there. I just wanted to cover my personal thoughts on the fletching table and what uses it could potentially have in the future. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.